Nicola Sturgeon told the Scottish Leaders' Debate that her party would be open to forming an alliance with the Labour Party and Liberal Democrats in a final bid to lock Boris Johnson out of office. Ms Sturgeon was asked whether she would work with the Labour Party and the Liberal Democrats if there was a hung parliament following the election. Scotland's First Minister declared she would be open to forming an alliance in order to stop the Conservative Party from regaining control following tomorrow's general election. She also slammed the Liberal Democrats for forming a coalition with the Tories in 2010. The BBC debate host Sarah Smith said, "Only if no party has an overall majority do you have a significant say in the running of the country. Can you imagine the circumstances if the SNP, the Liberal Democrats and the Labour Party, all three of you together could keep the Tories out of power? Would you be able to do a deal?" Ms Sturgeon replied, "I would certainly want to. Unfortunately, the last time there was a hung parliament the Liberal Democrats decided to put the Conservatives into government and I hope that wouldn't happen this time." The question was, would a hung parliament be a bad thing? If you look at the polls now, the only credible alternative to a hung parliament is a majority Boris Johnson government, and believe me, that would be a very bad thing. So a hung parliament would be far preferable to that, and yes, it would give Scotland the ability to exert influence, which is a better position to be in than the one we have been in for the past few years, she continued. "I would hope that we could form a progressive alliance to keep the Conservatives out. That really is the choice for people in Scotland. Do we want to vote in a way that helps lock Boris Johnson out of office or not? I hope we do, and then we can have that alliance." Earlier in the debate, John Ashworth was savagely mocked by the Scottish Labour Party leader following the leaked recordings of the Shadow Health Secretary criticising Jeremy Corbyn. BBC host Sarah Smith said, "Mr Leonard, on the question of trust, one of the stories running today is that one of Labour's top team was caught on tape saying that voters can't stand Jeremy Corbyn and they believe that Labour are blocking Brexit." Mr Leonard replied, "John Ashworth says he was trying to wind up a friend of his who is a Tory. He says that what he said wasn't what he actually believes. It was simply an attempt to play some kind of game on his friend. That proves the point. That's why people don't believe politicians. I don't have any Tory friends I can think of. I'm not sure I would be caught in that position, but he was."